3 about fishing the pupa. Here's the most important thing to remember. The pupa that we're trying to imitate is hanging in the film and he's there at an angle. When you cast your fly out and using that fly, what we do with it, this is not the same as that same insect when he's emerging up through the water. When he's merging and you're casting and you're stripping, remember the fish that's going to feed on that is not moving, he's not hunting. Those in the top 2 feet are hunting. Those are the ones that are moving. Below 3, 4, 5, 6 feet, those fish are going to be more stationary. And as you bring your fly through them, the key to catching that insect or matching that insect as he comes through the water is always, as you're retrieving and you pause between those pulls, trout do not take on a pull. They always take on the pause. What happens when you pause? Insect or your fly drops down. That is a trigger mechanism for the fish, and that's when they move in and take it. When you're fishing the same insect and he stops on top of the surface and he's just hanging in that film, now we got a different situation. I messed this up for 30 years. I had trouble matching it, and I could never figure out what I was doing wrong. What I was doing wrong, the insect is hanging there in the film, and I was casting and stripping. And I thought if I do that, yeah, I caught the occasional fish, but I could never catch the one that was porpoising that was actually feeding on the pupa. Then I was on a lake up in Wyoming with a buddy of mine, and we were sitting there observing these fish. And I looked off to the left, and there were 3, they were calabatus in pupa form hanging in the film. And we stopped and we sit there and we watched this while we were munching on a sandwich. I was waiting for this hatch to begin. And then off to my right come 3 big rainbow. 2 veer off, and the other one comes in and he sees these 3 insects and he stops. This is about 6, 7 feet right in front of me. We didn't move. We're observing this big rainbow. It was about 23, 24 inches. He was sitting there focused on these insects, and I'm sitting there wondering, when is he going to go in and eat them? At that moment, 2 more insects, these were calabatus, as they come up and they hit the film, and this is important, this is what made me find out what I was doing wrong. When he hit the film, he couldn't get through that film, that meniscus right there. And what do? They may take 4, 5, 6 attempts till they get through there and become the adult. But when he hit it, he kind of fell back a little bit and he wiggled up, tried to get through it, couldn't make it. When he fell back a second time, that big rainbow moves in, opens his mouth and sucks him in and gets the other 3 hanging in the film. Then I realized what I'd been doing wrong all these years. So I told my buddy, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try. He says, you going to use that pupa thing? And I said, yeah. And he says, I think I know, Garth, what I've been doing wrong now. He says, what's that? And I said, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to go over there and see if I'm right. So I kicked on over there. I see a fish porpoise. I lead him. And guess what I did, guys? I didn't do anything. I just let the fly hit and let it sink. The same thing as that insect was doing when he fell down. I started counting to 5. I never got to 5. Fish picked up the bug, took off. I stuck him. I turned around and I looked at Garth, and I was feeling pretty good about myself at that point. But I said, I got to see if it happens again. I see another fish porpoise. I make a cast. I started counting to 5. Never got to 5. At about counted somewhere between 3 and 4. The fish picks it up and he goes, that happened 3 times in a row. And then I knew what I was doing wrong. Guys, this is what we all do wrong, fishing the pupa. When you make the cast, we strip. And I thought, well, if I want to keep it high, I'll increase the speed of the strip to keep the fly higher. That's wrong. If I pull slow, I might catch a fish, but it wasn't the fish that I'm fishing for that I just cast to. What I found out is when that insect drops down and I'm sitting there stripping, I'm imitating an insect that's stationary or dropping this way. I'm moving the fly parallel through the water. That's a mistake, and that's what I did wrong for all these years. And every fish that I caught doing that, I'm thinking, well, I'm getting some fish doing that. Guys, here's what you have to do. The insect you're imitating is not moving parallel. He will drop. When he drops, before he starts back up again, the fish see that. They know the insect's vulnerable. That's when they move in and take. So in your presentation, cast, count to 5. If nothing happens, you have 2 options. Pick up and recast to another spot, or you can always just pull, as I do a lot, and put long pauses between your pulls. You will find out those fish will pick up on the drop more often than not. If you do pick up a fish, remember this. The fish that you're hooking now is coming in from the side, sees your fly in profile view. It's a no-brainer. So that's what I do. I use a 7-foot tip. I put a lot of pauses in it. I'm fishing for fish that are porpoising. If I don't see fish porpoising, I'll move the cast around, never cast the same spot twice, and eventually I'll figure it out, and you guys will find that this system will work. You won't find this written in any books. It's not on YouTube. There's no articles. I haven't found anybody that's really figured this out. But this is what I find works. You guys try it. I think you'll see it'll work for you.